Oh my God.
Catastrophic flooding has unfolded in Texas this 4th of July, caused by relentless heavy rains that have completely overwhelmed the Guadalupe River. Multiple fatalities have been confirmed, and frantic water rescues and searches are actively underway this Friday.
Oh my God.
Authorities have not yet released the exact number of people killed and are still working tirelessly to identify the deceased in Kerr County. However, dozens of swift water rescues had already been performed by late morning, and these critical rescue operations are still ongoing into the afternoon in Kerrville, a city of approximately 25,000 people located about 60 miles northwest of San Antonio. Local news outlets are reporting that widespread searches have been launched across the region to locate missing people, including, heartbreakingly, children who were at a summer camp situated along the river. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has issued a strong statement via social media, emphasizing that the immediate priority is saving lives. Governor Abbott confirmed that he is surging all available resources to respond to the devastating flooding in the Kerr County area. These critical resources include specialized water rescue teams, designated sheltering centers for displaced residents, deployment of the National Guard, and personnel from the state's Department of Public Safety, all working in a coordinated effort. Kerr County Judge Rob Kelly, speaking at a news conference with the urgent sound of sirens audible in the background, described the situation somberly, stating, "This has been a very devastating and deadly flood." He added a personal observation illustrating the rapid onset. "When you look out your front door and you see the Guadalupe River running, it'll wake you up, let me tell you." Judge Kelly confirmed that officials are still working diligently to identify most of the people who have died. Kerrville Mayor Joe Herring Jr., visibly emotional, conveyed the suddenness of the tragedy, stating, "This came at night when people were asleep in bed. Please pray for our community."
And it's just all the way underwater almost.
The Kerr County Sheriff's Office has confirmed what they are calling catastrophic flooding in the county. In a social media statement, they said, "This is a catastrophic flooding event in Kerr County. We can confirm fatalities, but will not release further information until next of kin are notified." They underscored the overwhelming nature of the situation, adding, "The entire county is an extremely active scene. Residents in the area have been urgently advised to shelter in place and to avoid any attempts at travel. Furthermore, anyone located near creeks, streams, and especially the Guadalupe River has been instructed to seek higher ground immediately, as conditions can change rapidly and unpredictably. The area remains under a flash flood warning. Between 5 and 11 inches of rain had already fallen by about 9 o'clock in the morning, according to data from the National Weather Service offices in Austin and San Antonio. The Weather Service has cautioned that another 1 to 2 inches of rain could fall before the immediate rain threat dissipates later in the day. Their urgent warning explicitly states, "This is a very dangerous and life-threatening flood event along the Guadalupe River. Move to higher ground." Earlier this morning, the Guadalupe River at Hunt, located in western Kerr County, had already reached its second highest level on record, cresting at over 29 feet. This level significantly surpasses those recorded during the historically impactful 1987 Guadalupe River flood at that very spot. It's a sobering comparison, as the 1987 flood tragically resulted in the deaths of 10 teenagers who were caught on a church camp bus and van on July 17th near Comfort, Texas. In San Angelo, approximately 150 miles from Kerrville in the central part of the state, the Weather Service shared a striking photo of a flooded-out intersection, with water visibly reaching the level of road signs. The National Weather Service office in San Angelo confirmed receiving multiple reports of flooded roads and homes throughout Tom Green County, unequivocally calling the conditions life-threatening. Looking ahead, heavy rain and the threat of continued flooding remain in the forecast for west central Texas into the weekend. The National Weather Service's Weather Prediction Center stated on the afternoon of July 4th that a weather system across parts of Texas has dropped several inches of rainfall across the region from Thursday night and this afternoon. They further warned that saturated soils and river flooding make this area sensitive to more rainfall, indicating that even moderate additional precipitation could worsen the situation significantly. The forecast calls for locally heavy rainfall to persist into tomorrow, Saturday, July 5th. A flood watch remains in effect through late in the day on July 4th for much of the region, advising residents of the continued potential for dangerous flooding. The Weather Service in San Antonio specifically warned that pockets of heavy rain are still possible and may result in flooding of low-lying areas, rivers, creeks, and low water crossings. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 3 inches are possible across the flood watch area through the period. Can't rule out up to 5 inches of rainfall over portions of the hill country through the flood watch period. Despite these warnings, Kerr County Judge Rob Kelly expressed surprise at the extent of the flooding, noting that while the National Weather Service had placed Kerr County and other surrounding counties under a flood watch ahead of the flooding on July 3rd, no one knew this kind of flood was coming. He added that Kerr County does not possess a warning system that could have specifically alerted residents the night of July 3rd to the impending catastrophe. Judge Kelly emphasized, "We deal with floods on a regular basis. We had no reason to believe this was going to be anything like what's happened here," highlighting the unprecedented nature of this event. Officials in Comfort, Texas, issued mandatory evacuations for residents along the rapidly rising river, according to a post around 8 o'clock local time. The Comfort Volunteer Fire Department issued a grim update at 11 o'clock, stating, "We regret to inform everyone that the flood situation in Comfort is not improving. We have sounded the flood sirens and urge all residents in low-lying areas of town to evacuate immediately. Residents were instructed to bring necessary documents, medications, clothing, and important valuables with them as they escape to higher ground."
Underneath the Bell Street Bridge. If you look right there, there's Bell, obviously. But look at this, guys. There's a...
Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.
There's cars